The 5 Pillars Deep Dive. Alright, let's get into it. When you think of Islam, what comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's a mix of headlines, maybe some food, and probably your one friend who says Inshallah for everything. But what's the actual operating system behind one of the world's biggest religions? It's not as complicated as assembling IKEA furniture, I promise. At the core of it all are the 5 pillars. Think of them less like rigid columns holding up a boring old building and more like the foundational apps on your smartphone. They're the essentials. The ones that come pre-installed and that every user, in this case over 1 billion Muslims, engages with to live their life. They are the framework, the user manual for being a Muslim. These pillars aren't just some ancient suggestions that people kind of sort of follow. No, they are the very bedrock of a Muslim's daily routine and spiritual life. They are the active, living part of the faith. It's one thing to say you believe something, but it's another thing to show up and do the work. The 5 pillars are the doing the work part. They cover everything from your personal belief system to your social responsibilities, from how you manage your money to how you manage your hangar during the day. They provide a structure that connects a Muslim directly to God, but also to their community, creating a sense of unity and shared purpose that spans the entire globe, from Jakarta to Detroit. So what are these 5 things? We're talking about the declaration of faith, the daily prayers, the charitable giving, the fasting during Ramadan, and the pilgrimage to Mecca. Each one is a major part of the faith, and they work together to strengthen a person's spiritual, ethical, and social well-being. It's like a full-body workout for your soul. You've got your cardio, your strength training, your stretching. It's a holistic spiritual regimen. These practices are designed to keep Muslims mindful of their relationship with God and their obligations to other people throughout their lives, not just on special occasions or holidays. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down each of these pillars. We're going deep. We'll look at what they are, why they matter, and what they look like in the 21st century. Because, let's be real, practicing faith in 2025 looks a little different than it did in the 7th century. We've got apps for prayer times, online zakat calculators, and Hajj travel agencies that look like they're booking a trip to Coachella. The tools have changed, but the core principles, those are timeless. So grab a seat, maybe some chai, and let's unpack the 5 fundamental duties that shape the lives of Muslims everywhere. It's the ultimate how-to guide, how to. First up, we have the Shahada. This is the big one, the gateway, the main event. The Shahada is the Islamic declaration of faith, and it's beautifully simple. It's just one sentence. There is no God but God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. That's it. Reciting this sentence with sincere belief is the entry point into Islam. It's like clicking I agree on the terms and conditions of the universe, but with way more spiritual significance. This isn't just about saying some magic words. It's a profound statement of monotheism and a recognition of the channel through which divine guidance was delivered. It's the core belief that underpins everything else. Think of the Shahada as the ultimate subscription service. By declaring it, you're subscribing to a worldview. The first part, there is no God but God, is a declaration of absolute monotheism. It's a conscious choice to dedicate your worship and your life to one single, all-powerful creator, instead of scattering your attention among various worldly distractions like money, fame, or getting that blue checkmark on social media. It simplifies your focus. The second part, and Muhammad is the messenger of God, validates the entire instruction manual. It acknowledges that the Prophet Muhammad is the person who delivered God's final message to humanity, the Quran. He's the verified source, the OG influencer. So how do Muslims practice this? Well, it's not a one-and-done deal. While a person officially becomes Muslim by reciting the Shahada, its essence is repeated daily. It's the first thing whispered into a newborn's ear, and ideally, the last words on a person's lips before they die. It's also embedded in the daily prayers, so Muslims are reaffirming this core belief multiple times a day. It's a constant, gentle reminder of one's purpose and allegiance. It's like having a motivational poster in your head that says, stay focused, but in a much more profound, cosmic way. It's the spiritual Wi-Fi password that keeps you connected to the divine. The beauty of the Shahada is its accessibility. You don't need a priest, a special ceremony, or a fancy venue. You can say it anywhere, at any time. It's a deeply personal and direct line to the divine. In today's world, where we are constantly pulled in a million different directions, this pillar acts as a spiritual anchor. It's a declaration of who you are and what you stand for in the grand scheme of things. It's the foundational belief that says there is a singular, coherent truth to the universe, and you are choosing to align yourself with it. It's the ultimate statement of belonging. Next on our list is Salat, the ritual prayer. Now, this isn't your dear God, please let me find a parking spot kind of prayer. This is a structured, physical, and mindful practice performed 5 times a day. Yes, 5 times. Before you say anything, I know what you're thinking. 5 times. I can't even remember to text my mom back. But it's not about being a burden. It's about creating a rhythm. These prayers are scheduled at dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and night. They act as spiritual reboots, pulling you out of the chaos of your daily life, your spreadsheets, your deadlines, your doom scrolling, and forcing you to pause and reconnect with what's truly important. The importance of Salat is huge. It's considered a direct line of communication with God. The Quran emphasizes it over and over again. It's the first thing a person will be asked about on the Day of Judgment. Think of it like this. If the Shahada is agreeing to the terms of service, Salat is logging in 5 times a day to prove you're still an active user. Each prayer involves a sequence of physical movements, standing, bowing, prostrating, and sitting, all while reciting verses from the Quran. This physical aspect is key. It's a full-body expression of humility and submission to God. You're not just thinking about your faith, you're embodying it. So, what does this look like in practice today? Muslims perform a ritual washing called wudu before each prayer to be physically and spiritually clean. Then, they face the direction of the Kaaba in Mecca, which is called the Qibla. This creates a powerful sense of unity, knowing that millions of other Muslims around the world are facing the same direction as you. In the modern world, this is easier than ever. There are countless apps that use your phone's compass to point you to the Qibla and send you notifications for prayer times. It's ancient tradition meeting modern technology. You'll see Muslims praying in designated prayer rooms at airports, in offices, or just rolling out a small mat in a quiet corner of a park. Salat serves as a constant reminder of a Muslim's faith and purpose throughout the day. It breaks up the monotony and prevents you from getting completely lost in worldly affairs. It's a spiritual check-in. It's a moment to step away from the noise, express gratitude, seek guidance, and ask for forgiveness. It's a system designed for mindfulness before mindfulness was a trendy billion-dollar industry. It structures the day not around meetings or meals, but around moments of spiritual connection. It's the backbone of a Muslim's daily life, a steady rhythm in a world that's often out of sync. All right, let's talk about money. Pillar number 3 is zakat, which is obligatory charity. And no, this isn't just dropping a few spare coins in a donation box. Zakat is a systematic, calculated form of giving. It's often translated as almsgiving, but a better translation is purification. The idea is that giving away a portion of your wealth purifies the rest of it, and it purifies you from greed and selfishness. It's basically a spiritual wealth tax, and it was mandated over 1,400 years ago. So yeah, Islam was on the tax the rich train way before it became a popular Twitter hashtag. So why is zakat so important? It's a fundamental pillar that bridges the gap between personal devotion and social justice. Islam isn't just about your relationship with God. It's also about your responsibility to your fellow human beings. Zakat institutionalizes compassion. It acknowledges that wealth is a trust from God, and that those who have more have a duty to help those with less. It's a system designed to reduce inequality, alleviate poverty, and build a more compassionate and just society. It's a practical demonstration of the principle that all people are part of one community, and if one part is suffering, the whole community has a responsibility to help. How does it work? For any Muslim who has wealth above a certain minimum threshold, called the nisab, for a full lunar year, they are required to donate 2.5% of that wealth. This isn't just 2.5% of your income. It's 2.5% of your total eligible savings and assets. We're talking cash, stocks, gold, business assets. Today, Muslims can calculate their zakat using online calculators and pay it through thousands of different charities and organizations that distribute the funds to those in need: the poor, the hungry, refugees, and other specific categories of people outlined in the Quran. It's a highly organized system of social welfare. Zakat is a powerful reminder that our wealth isn't truly our own. It's a test and a trust. By giving a small portion of it away, Muslims acknowledge God as the true owner of everything and express gratitude for what they have. It fosters a sense of empathy and solidarity, connecting the giver and the receiver in a bond of shared humanity. It's an act of worship that has a direct, tangible impact on the world. It's faith in action, turning belief into bread for the hungry and shelter for the homeless. It's not just charity. It's a right that the poor have over the wealthy. Pillar number 4 is Psalm, the fast. Most people have heard of this one because of Ramadan. During the entire month of Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, able-bodied Muslims are required to abstain from all food, drink, smoking, and marital relations from dawn until sunset. That's right. No food, no water, not even a sip. It sounds intense, and it can be. But Psalm is so much more than just not eating. It's a month-long boot camp for the soul. It's about detaching from your physical needs to focus on your spiritual ones. It's like putting your body on airplane mode to get a better signal to the divine. The purpose of Psalm is multifaceted. On one level, it's about developing self-control and discipline. If you can control your most basic urges, like hunger and thirst, you can learn to control other negative behaviors like anger, gossip, and impatience. It's a training ground for piety. On another, more profound level, it's about cultivating empathy. When you feel the pangs of hunger, you get a small glimpse into the daily reality of those who live in poverty and hunger. It makes you more compassionate and more grateful for the blessings you often take for granted. It's a lesson in humility, served on an empty stomach. Practically speaking, the month of Ramadan changes the entire rhythm of life in Muslim communities. Families and friends wake up before dawn for a pre-fast meal called suhoor. Then, at sunset, they break their fast with a meal called iftar, often starting with dates and water, just as the Prophet Muhammad did. Mosques are packed for evening prayers, and there's a huge emphasis on charity and good deeds. It's a month of heightened spirituality, community bonding, and reflection. People try to read the entire Quran, give more in charity, and be the best version of themselves. It's like a spiritual New Year's resolution that lasts for 30 days. So, while the world of wellness co-opted intermittent fasting for its physical benefits, fasting in Islam has always been about spiritual purification. It's a physical act designed to produce a spiritual result. It's about starving the ego and feeding the soul. The hunger and thirst are temporary, but the lessons in discipline, empathy, and gratitude are meant to last a lifetime. Ramadan is a time to reset your spiritual compass, recharge your faith, and come out the other side feeling lighter, not just physically, but spiritually renewed and more connected to God and humanity. And finally, we arrive at the 5th and final pillar, the Hajj. This is the pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca in present-day Saudi Arabia. The Hajj is a once-in-a-lifetime obligation for every Muslim who is physically and financially able to make the journey. If the other pillars are the daily, weekly, and yearly practices, Hajj is the spiritual Super Bowl. It's the grand finale. Every year, millions of Muslims from every corner of the globe, from every race, nationality, and social class, travel to Mecca to perform a series of ancient rituals together. It is one of the largest gatherings of humanity on the planet. The importance of the Hajj is immense. It's a journey back to the roots of the faith, to the places where the Prophet Abraham and the Prophet Muhammad walked. It's a powerful, symbolic reenactment of their stories of sacrifice, faith, and submission. During the Hajj, all pilgrims wear simple white garments called ihram. This is huge. Suddenly, you can't tell who's a CEO and who's a cab driver. All a person's status, wealth, and ego are stripped away, leaving everyone equal before God. It's a radical vision of unity and equality, a living, breathing testament to the idea that in the eyes of God, the only thing that matters is your piety. The Hajj takes place over several days during the 12th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. The rituals are specific and deeply symbolic. Pilgrims circle the Kaaba, the black cube-shaped building at the center of the Grand Mosque in Mecca, 7 times. They walk between 2 hills, Safa and Marwa, reenacting Hagar's desperate search for water for her son Ishmael. They travel to the plain of Arafat to stand in prayer and seek God's forgiveness, which is the spiritual climax of the Hajj. They also perform a symbolic stoning of the devil. It's an intense, physically demanding, and emotionally overwhelming spiritual journey. In today's world, making the Hajj is a massive logistical undertaking, involving flights, hotels, and crowd management on an epic scale. But despite the modern conveniences, the core experience remains timeless. It's a profound spiritual reset. Pilgrims return home with the title of Haji or Hajja, a deep sense of purification and a renewed commitment to their faith. They also return with a powerful first-hand experience of the global brotherhood and sisterhood of Islam. The Hajj is the ultimate expression of devotion and unity, a journey to the heart of Islam that leaves an indelible mark on a believer's soul. So there you have it, the Shahada, Salat, Zakat, Sawm, and Hajj, the 5 pillars of Islam. As you can see, they are far more than just a simple checklist of religious duties. They are a comprehensive framework for a life of faith, a blueprint for building a relationship with God, while also fostering a just and compassionate society. They are not separate, isolated acts, but interconnected practices that reinforce one another. The faith you declare in the Shahada is put into action through the prayers of Salat, which in turn inspires the social responsibility of Zakat, which is further strengthened by the discipline of Sawm, all culminating in the ultimate expression of unity in the Hajj. These pillars provide a rhythm and structure to a Muslim's life, guiding them from the moment they wake up until they go to sleep. They are both deeply personal and profoundly communal. They ground a person in a daily routine of mindfulness and devotion while simultaneously connecting them to a global community of over 1 billion people. This structure provides comfort, purpose, and a clear path for spiritual growth. It's a system that balances individual accountability with collective responsibility, reminding believers that faith is not just a feeling. It is a commitment that is lived out through deliberate, consistent action. The beauty of the 5 pillars is their practicality. They are not abstract theological concepts meant only for scholars. They are tangible actions that every Muslim can strive to perform. They engage the whole person, the heart through belief, the body through prayer and fasting, and one's wealth through charity. This holistic approach ensures that faith is not confined to the mosque or to one day of the week, but is woven into the very fabric of daily existence. It's about integrating the sacred into the mundane, finding moments of spiritual connection amidst the hustle of modern life. Ultimately, the 5 pillars are the essential tools that Islam gives its followers to build a meaningful life of submission to God and service to humanity. They are the core of the faith, the load-bearing walls that uphold the entire structure of a Muslim's spiritual home. They are a journey, not a destination. They are a constant practice, a lifelong effort to be better, more conscious, more compassionate, and more connected to the divine. It's a simple but profound framework designed to turn the chaos of life into a clear and purposeful path. And that right there is the deal.